Tips for making your sketchbook more fun. Try to limit yourself to shorter sketches on some of your pages, especially if you tend to approach each sketchbook page like it needs to be a masterpiece. You can set a timer for 5 minutes for a few pages, and limit yourself to filling 5 pages each in 5 minutes time. You can always go back in later and add more. Try your hand at different media. Sometimes it's fun to sketch the same thing on 3 different pages, in 3 different materials. Try a pencil, pen, crayon. Switch up your style sometimes. Usually, draw manga. Try setting up a small still life or doing a self-portrait as realistically as you can. Always draw landscapes. Draw a few pages of your beloved sleepy dog. You don't need to show anyone these pages if you hate them. Change your position. Try standing up and drawing with your sketchbook propped up on the wall, and drawing with your non-dominant hand. We tend to get comfortable and closed up while sitting with our sketchbook nestled up close to us, and just making these physical adjustments sometimes can make us approach our sketching session with fresh eyes. Warm up your hands and brain by making some big, stupid scribbles on a piece of paper for a minute or two before you tackle the sketchbook. Take 10 deep breaths or meditate for a few minutes before you begin. You want to approach your sketchbook with a sense of presence and actually enjoy what you're doing. Make it yours. A sketchbook doesn't need to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be purchased in an art store. There are no rules about whether it needs to be hardbound, wirebound or softcover, or about what kind of paper is inside. The important thing is to use the sketchbook you like, and to make sure the paper will support your favorite art materials, whether they're pencils, pens, paints or something else. Find your favorite sketchbook brand online. Browse through what's available at your local stores. Make your own book. Use whatever you have lying around, or discover one when you're out and about. For that matter, if you prefer to use a digital tablet, you can go that route, too. As long as you love it and want to use it, it's the sketchbook for you. Keep it portable. Decide what size sketchbook is easiest to carry around with you. Many people prefer pocket-sized sketchbooks, while others like them a little larger. Whatever your preference, make sure it's easy for you to transport so you'll have the opportunity to sketch anywhere you go. You can always find a spare minute standing in line, in a waiting room, or on a break to sketch something, provided you take your sketchbook with you when you leave the house. If you like, you can keep larger sketchbooks in your home and simply leave your on-the-go sketchbook in your bag. Relax and accept imperfection. Not every page in your sketchbook will come out exactly the way you plan, and that's okay. Don't be afraid to play around, capture ideas, or quickly draw what you see. Allow yourself to simply enjoy the act of sketching and the process of creating rather than worrying about the result. After all, if you decide you don't like where the page is going, you can always turn to the next one. But don't get into the habit of tearing out pages. Even the things you don't like today might later become fodder for a new idea.